daily fair value gap. There's a bunch of orders that are laying down here. We see pretty big divergence. These are the targets I will be buying at for the upcoming bull run. Hello guys, welcome to a new market update video. In today's episode, I'm going to show you, as always, what I see on Bitcoin and what I see on Ethereum and also on one altcoin, which is Solana. And just to let you guys know, please remember that this is not financial advice. This is only my personal opinion. You are solely responsible for your own investment decisions, and everything presented here is just for educational purposes only. All right, guys, we are on TradingView, chart BTC USDT. And as of now, it's pretty hard to figure out which way Bitcoin is going to want to go, because yesterday, before the New York Open, we had a pretty big manipulation to a demand zone. And right after the US market open, we had a pretty big push to the upside, which took liquidity from the top. So before USA, they took liquidity from the bottom. After USA, they took liquidity from the top. And as of now, they are just accumulating between these two pretty big liquidity zones. First liquidity zone is $64,700. And the second liquidity zone is $61,306. Okay. The local trend is in an uptrend. Okay, so it's pretty bullish. We should see a continuation to the upside, because also on the daily time frame we are still above this resistance zone, and until we will be above this resistance zone, Bitcoin should reach 65,000 and max 66,000. I do not see any room for an expansion above $67,300, because if that would happen, then the trend would change from a downtrend to uptrend. And as of now, we are in a bear market, so we should not see this uptrend be starting. We should continue more movement to the downside. Okay, so based off the local situation right now, Bitcoin is reacting off of a 4-hour and 1-hour fair value gap. And until this 4-hour fair value gap, which is 63,589, holds, we should not see any push to the upside. We should see a movement to the downside to this level, 61,306. And from 61,306, there could be some more movement to the upside. Okay, but for that to happen, we have to see what's going to happen in the upcoming days. As of now, Bitcoin should be moving more to the downside, because on a very local time frame, which is the 15-minute, we got a change in state of delivery. This local uptrend that was being formed today was broken, so we should see a push to the downside. Okay, that's Bitcoin. Let's see Ethereum. Based off of Ethereum, we had a very similar situation. Okay, so yesterday they took liquidity before the New York Open from the bottom zone, and after the New York Open, they took liquidity from the top. Okay, so based off of Ethereum, there is still room for a push until $1,900. The local trend is still a uptrend, because this was only a liquidity grab, so the trend is still up, so the trend is still bullish, and the direction should be to $1,900. But on the 1-hour time frame and on the 4-hour time frame, we have also, just like on Bitcoin, a fair value gap. So until Ethereum is under this level, which is 1,787, there should be more movement to the downside. And based off technical analysis, I see that Ethereum should be falling to anything between $1,700 and $1,650, because this is a pretty big support. This is a daily fair value gap. There's a bunch of orders that are laying down here. And we also see a little bit of rounding, plus we see pretty big divergence. Okay, bearish divergence on the 4-hour, on the 2-hour, and on the 1-hour. That should be pushing Ethereum more to the downside for a pretty big confirmation. They close below this level, which is 1,728 on the 2-hour interval. On the 2-hour interval will approve the movement to the downside. Okay, and this zone is very important. If Ethereum gets a daily close below 1,646, then Ethereum should be continuing it's bearish continuation, it's bearish downtrend to 1,450, 1,300, and maybe even $930 per one Ethereum. Okay, so that's it based off of Ethereum. There's a rounding coming, bearish divergences. I definitely see a move to the downside, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. And to show you guys one more altcoin I am looking at is Solana. Okay, as of now, Solana is in accumulation zone. We don't have any confirmation to the upside. We don't have any confirmation to the downside. So based off technical analysis, this is called a Darvas box. And if we get a 2 times 4-hour close above 82.78, we should see a push to 87.86, unless if Solana closes below $80 2 times on the 4-hour interval, then we should see a push to the downside. Okay, and my bear market levels are still the same: $59, $48, and $43. Those are still my targets. So if I see a 2 times 4-hour close under $80, and on the daily interval we also get a close below $78, then I will be definitely looking for more shorts on Solana to these targets. And then these are the targets I will be buying at for the upcoming bull run. So as of now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are pretty bearish. We should see some more movement to the downside. Bitcoin is definitely a lot weaker as of now on the 1-hour bearish divergences, on the 2-hour bearish divergences, on the 4-hour bearish divergences. And there is also a pretty nice rounding that's happening here that could last for another 24 hours. And we could see some more down movement tomorrow, which is on a Wednesday, where we have a phones meeting that's going to be happening. So maybe after the phones meeting, we could see some more movement to the downside. Okay, another confirmation, pretty big confirmation for now, will be a 4-hour close below $62,800. Okay, if the 4-hour interval will close below, then we should see some more pretty fast movement to the downside. Okay, that's going to be it for today. I showed you guys everything that I see on the charts. Sometimes it's not going to be that easy to see if Bitcoin wants to go up, wants to go down. So there's going to be days where it's more 50-50. And in these days, it's better to not take any trades. Just look at the charts from the side and wait for very good confirmations. Okay. If you guys like these kind of materials, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscription. See you guys on the next market update. Peace.